The moment I picked up her phone and saw the messages, my chest tightened. At first, my mind struggled to make sense of what I was reading. The words on the screen blurred together, but the meaning was clear. My hands shook as I scrolled through the conversation. Late-night texts filled with laughter. Inside jokes I had never heard before. Secret plans made while I was at work. The casual intimacy between them made my stomach turn. This wasn't just a mistake. It wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment. It was something deeper, something that had been going on behind my back for who knows how long. A part of me wanted to be wrong, to find some explanation that would make it all make sense. But the truth was there, undeniable. I had trusted her completely, and she had shattered that trust without a second thought. I heard her footsteps before she entered the room, laughing at something on her phone. When she looked up and saw me standing there, her smile faded. Confusion flickered across her face before shifting into something else. Concern, maybe even fear. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice careful. I didn't answer right away. I just held up the phone, the evidence of her betrayal glowing in the dim light of the room. My throat was tight, my voice cold when I finally spoke. "How long?" Her eyes darted to the screen, and I saw the exact moment she realized what had happened. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. For a second, she looked like she might try to deny it, but there was no point. The proof was right there. "It didn't mean anything," she whispered. The words made my blood boil. She had spent weeks, maybe months, lying to me, sneaking around, sharing pieces of herself with someone else, and now she wanted to pretend it was nothing. I could have yelled. I could have demanded answers. But in that moment, I felt nothing but clarity. I didn't want to hear excuses. I didn't want to fight or try to fix something that was already broken beyond repair. I turned away from her, walked to the bedroom, and grabbed a bag. My movements were mechanical, numb. I stuffed clothes inside without thinking, grabbed my wallet and keys from the dresser. Behind me, I could hear her voice growing more frantic as she realized what was happening. "Wait, please. Let's talk about this. It was a mistake, I swear. Don't just leave like this." I ignored her. I slung the bag over my shoulder, walked past her, and headed for the door. She reached for my arm, desperate now. "Please don't do this. We can fix this. I love you." I stopped just for a second, then turned to look at her. The woman standing in front of me wasn't the same person I had fallen in love with. Or maybe she was, and I had just never seen her clearly before. Without another word, I walked out the door, stepped into my truck, and drove away. The farther I got from that house, the lighter I felt. The pain was still there, sharp and unrelenting, but beneath it was something else, relief. I had given everything to someone who didn't deserve it, and now I was free. I drove for hours, the road stretching endlessly ahead of me. I had no destination in mind, just an overwhelming need to be somewhere, anywhere else. Eventually, I ended up in a small town miles away from everything I had left behind. It was quiet, peaceful, exactly what I needed. I found a modest little house to rent, took a job that required nothing more from me than my time, and started over. For months, I kept to myself. I ignored the missed calls, the voicemails I never bothered to listen to, the messages that went unread. She had made her choice and I had made mine. I had no reason to look back. Then, one evening, just as the sun was setting, I pulled into my driveway and saw her. She was standing on my porch, arms wrapped around herself as if she was cold. Her hair was slightly messy, her eyes red and puffy. She looked like she hadn't slept in days. I didn't move. I just sat there in my truck, staring at her, waiting. After a moment, she took a shaky breath and stepped forward. "I had to find you," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. I said nothing. "I made a mistake," she continued. "I know I hurt you, but please, just listen." I shook my head. "I don't need to." Tears filled her eyes, but I felt nothing. Once, I would have done anything to wipe those tears away, to fix whatever had broken between us. But now I could barely remember why I had loved her in the first place. She opened her mouth like she wanted to say something else, but I didn't give her the chance. I stepped past her, unlocked my front door, and walked inside. I never looked back. So guys, if you all liked today's story, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.